7,000 crore rupees project. It was launched with much fanfare a week ago, a week down the line of the launch of Mumbai Underground Metro or the Aqua line. We want to bring you a report card. What are the hits and misses? Where are the lapses? Are there any glaring gaps? Let me welcome S. Balakrishnan, Executive Editor, Free Press Journal, to talk about this. Bala, first of all, let me tell you my experience of having taken the Aqua line. I find quite a few gaps which need to be filled if this is to be a success. What are commuters looking for? Convenience of travel, yes, but also cheaper travel, more, less time travel, and last mile. I find gaps. I'll come to that.
Yeah.
But you have a concern about a very big issue, the security issue.
Definitely.
Let's get down to that first.
After that, I must tell you that this Aqua line is a dream come true. It has been in the making for the past 8 years. People wonder whether it will happen or not. Imagine tunneling through the underground lines over here. It's a massive engineering feat.
Yeah.
We had to concede to MMRCL and Ashwini Bide, who led the entire team, and all the workers who did a wonderful job of it. Once you enter, you feel the wow factor is very much there. But having said that, there are so many areas which the authorities have not paid attention to. One is which you mentioned just now, the security aspect. The background details, Mumbai has been subjected to several terror attacks, international terror attacks. In that context, at least, there should have been a sense of security for this underground line. Other day, I got into BKC metro station, and then up to the booking booths over there was no security, nothing whatsoever.
So one can simply enter there, not being intervened anywhere by security.
Nobody to stop you. All kind of random people over there. Nearby Jhopadapati people, children were playing there in the AC and all those things and all that. But I'm really shocked that nobody has thought about it.
After what Mumbai has gone through.
Precisely.
They've been bombing at local train stations.
I mean, they have made it so easy for terrorists. He can easily enter, plant a bomb, go out and press the remote trigger kind of thing. And that's it. All this work will go down in a matter of few seconds.
Yeah.
So abroad also, you find at the entry point itself that there are metal detectors. There's somebody to monitor the metal detectors, or if not frisking, at least you make it metal detectors.
Yeah, even in Delhi, I think the metal detectors are right there.
Exactly. So this is something which they are not taught of. A. And B, the other thing is the people who are in charge of security over there. They're from the so-called Maharashtra Security Force. When R.R. Patil was a deputy chief minister in charge of Home Department, at that time he had conceived of this idea to protect public properties over and above home guards which they were doing. But the kind of staff which has been recruited, they are not trained to deal with international terrorism and things like that. They don't have the security mentality, which is so very vital to be able to protect an important kind of infrastructure project like this. They just frisk you very casually you go kind of thing. They are least interested in what is what and all that. They have no background about
security. And you can almost sense it. There is no seriousness in this whole business of scanning.
Absolutely no seriousness. So this is something, it's a very, very worrying point. I have informed the authorities concerned, please do something about it. Hopefully, after this,
precaution is better than cure. We have to be cautious.
You spend so much money, spend some more money on professional security. And completely make it, zero terror proof.
Absolutely.
The entire 33 kilometers.
Yeah, that's the biggest point I think which Bala has explained so well. But let me then come to the other gaps. The integration of the metro lines. Now, if I am somebody who needs to take an Aqua line, at some stage I am taking a connecting blue line or a yellow line. The way it works here, to my horror, is that you have to absolutely exit that metro line and re-enter the other metro line. So, in a way, you're saying it's connected. It's not seamless. That's a problem because firstly, it's time consuming, and secondly, you have to buy separate tickets for Aqua line. By the way, now that the card that you have for the other metro lines, the blue and the yellow, does not work for Aqua. So you have, it's visible, Bala, that this has been launched in a hurry without things being in place first. What about the Wi-Fi connectivity? Isn't that a concern?
Wi-Fi is something which people can do without oxygen, but not without the Wi-Fi. They should have thought about it.
Underground Metro has no Wi-Fi for 40 minutes.
Exactly. How can you cut off the thousands of commuters from that? And this is a major kind of disincentive for people to use the metro. They prefer to go on the local line or bus or whatever it is. So this is one kind of major negative point. They ought to have thought about it. But now that there are reports yesterday in in today's free press that they are thinking in terms of putting routers and blah blah all those things and all that. And apart from that, the signage, Afrida, is simply pathetic. It is just not world class. I mean, you go abroad, even if you don't know the language, German, French, or whatever it is, I mean, you can see the directions are so very clear. Here you have to look here and then the number of where is the exit to where. So for example, Vidhanbon, you come here, there is one which shows Badwar Park. Where is Badwar Park? That side. And then from here to go to Mantralaya and all that, they should have been at least. They should have had a few help desks at the starting, like a hand holding kind of thing for commuters to make their commute more comfortable. Ease of commuting should have been there. But anyway, having said that, but even now it's not too late for them to install proper.
These corrections can be made. That's the whole idea why we are doing it.
Plus, apart from that, the legend which they have put in several places. One station I found that Bandra Colony station is missing at all. So somebody has not vetted these kind of legends before they are being put up for public.
Yeah, and the last mile connectivity, Bala, is
That's
something
a very important
important.
point here.
When you plan a metro station, you ideally should have a parking lot. Like a lot of people, would like to park their vehicles, take the metro, come back from work, take their own vehicle and get home. A, you don't have an auto rickshaw or a taxi stand.
That's it.
B, you don't have parking.
That's it.
So you have stripped people of all convenience of getting
Completely.
home. After getting off, you leave them high and dry, middle of the road.
No, whatever benefits are there of metro
It's
line,
negated.
everything is negated in the absence of auto rickshaws in the suburbs and taxis stands nearby kind of thing. The problem I see is that they have not thought about it holistically, the entire thing. How people of Mumbai, they travel. But hopefully, if all the glitches which you have rightly pointed out, if they are sorted out, I am certain the ridership will improve tremendously. Already it is making an impact on BST bus routes and also the local trains. But if this happens, because this is a win-win situation, Bombay. This
absolutely. We welcome this wholeheartedly, no doubt about that.
RA to Cuff Parade is unbelievable.
And to have an underground way of getting to your destination. Overground is not possible, the congestion is too much. You have created such a beautiful alternative underground. You're traveling under this roads, the congested roads, in a fast-paced travel.
I can't imagine how they must have dug through below Grant Road and Girgaon and all that. Kalba, they will just imagine.
It's the longest underground metro, one of the longest in the world, probably, certainly in India.
Exactly. Beautiful. And the speed is fantastic, speed is very fast. And as of now, the stations are well maintained in terms of housekeeping. It is okay. I keep my fingers crossed. I hope it continues like this. But unless all the glitches which you have pointed out, if they are rectified, I'm certain the ridership will not improve the way they ought to.
Yeah. On a lighter note, Bala, I'll tell you that a detox perhaps is not so bad. Detox from Wi-Fi, what say? One can read a book.
That's it. That's without it. And one important point is that I think there is a wrong thing they have done. The Science Museum business in Worli.
Oh yes.
After Worli Naka, they say it is Science Museum. It is named after an important landmark called Nehru Science Museum.
He's the first Prime Minister of the country. Why get into this politics, petty politics in every small thing and remove Nehru and call it only
Nehru
Science
is
Museum.
known to be a man of science. That is why it is called a Science Museum kind of thing. They may show some kind of broader mind and then retain the name Nehru Science Museum, because the original institution name is not Science Museum. It is Nehru Science Museum.
So it can create a confusion in the minds of people who are not familiar, who is only familiar with the Nehru Science Museum. So they will be in a bit of doubt.
The BJP saying the Congress government got out a gazette calling it a Science Museum. Congress might have made a mistake, but why you want to repeat that mistake? I think the name Nehru Science Museum ought to be restored to the station. So that it will send its own message.
Right. I think we've covered quite a few points, and we hope the authorities are listening. The idea is only to make a constructive analysis so that things work out better for Mumbai community.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Afrida. Thank you.